It is time to get paid for building Beaver Dam Analogues. That's the hope anyway. NRCS is a US government agency, and they awarded me a grant to build 20 Beaver Dam Analogues in the washes on my 320-acre ranch in far west Texas. Remember, these are not beaver dams, they are Beaver Dam Analogues. They're not habitat for beavers, they are water retention structures. The goal is to slow down floodwater so that it soaks into all the sand, where it can grow more vegetation and provide cover for wildlife. The first batch of those dams is now complete, and I am delighted to have Arbor from NRCS and Ryan, a Texas State wildlife biologist, come out to the Dustups Ranch to grade my work. The government spent this money, and they want to make sure that I installed the dams correctly and to the required specs. I already anticipate a lot of comments about what you think I should have done differently on the dams. Well, it's not up for me to make. The government provided me with specifications for the way they wanted these dams built. I have to build them to spec. I was following a very specific plan provided by NRCS as we built these. Assuming that Ryan and Arbor find the work acceptable today, then I will get the final payment for this first batch of dams, and then we can move on to building the second batch. All right, following your lead, sir.
Okay, I thought we start in this wash, and we'll walk along the ridge as long as we can, so we have flat surface to walk on and try and find them.
Nice. I hope you can find them.
So is this what you're using to make the mulch you were talking about?
Yeah.
I saw last time you were mentioning creosote. It basically releases this chemical that keeps other plants from growing around it.
When it's actively growing, it's keeping everything else from growing around it.
Yeah.
How long that chemical would linger.
We don't want to go gather creosote as a mulch source. It's
Gotcha.
when we're, like, if we were going to mulch this, I'd literally just take its own self and mulch it with its own debris.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
Let's see the top of the
tangible.
T-post, the white thing.
Yep. The grant's based on how many linear feet we actually installed. Ryan and Arbor are measuring the lengths to determine whether I'm going to get the full grant award or whether they'll have to reduce it in case we didn't install enough linear footage.
T-post to T-post?
I'd almost just wrap it around.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Let's go 17 feet.
These are going to be bigger than we thought then.
I ended up using more T-posts on them than we thought.
Then you'll for sure get all the money, we promise. Because if you're short, we only pay in what you install.
Cool.
But we were expecting these to be about 10 feet. Was this about average for the size?
That's it's about the mean.
Yeah, then we'll be fine.
There are a couple that are a lot bigger.
We're basically taking an average, so yeah, that's why I was like, is this about average? That's awesome.
We're just probably going to have to watch, because I'm sure it's going to wind up, we'll constantly have to add stuff to it as it does rain and stuff. But
yeah, but with the pack and everything, and I see like there's a big boulder there to kind of and using the natural materials. How is driving the T-post?
Murder, it was murder with that, but the gas-powered pile driver works pretty well. It's not that bad.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I'm a little small to operate it, but I get it done.
It was a non-starter.
I'm like, I wouldn't be able to do much better, so.
Yeah, I mean, the rest of it is just kind of a grind.
Yeah.
Bringing
just
the material
getting
over
material here. Yeah.
But like actually driving these, it's exhausting if you're doing it manually.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Exhausting.
Right. We're going to sharpen them in the future for
Try to put a point onto them or something.
Yeah,
grind off.
Viewers were commenting about using an angle grinder to just like literally make a spike. Yeah, because it's too much.
No, and then this is this is exactly the shape we were talking about.
Yeah. You want to hold that one?
Yeah. Where does it start?
Just towards the end.
Okay.
That past one. 13.5 on that one.
Thank you.
Got it. I'm really curious to watch these things.
I do. You and everybody that watches the channel, everybody wants to see water flow, and I'm dying.
I want to see it go down. I don't want to see it going that way. I want to see it going this way.
I did that in those dirt bathtubs up there.
Yeah.
Filled one up on purpose with irrigation water just to see how long it would take to soak in. It's like 45 minutes.
Nice.
100 gallons, just boop.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I think that hole's going to be a happy camper whenever it
When it starts taking off. So how many total is there?
There are 10 complete now.
10? Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to knock out the 2024 contract.
For the other 5, I can come back out because now we know kind of what we're looking at.
Yeah, exactly. Like what the lengths actually work out.
Yeah.
Trying to think how we walk the least amount.
Yeah.
2 or 3 this way, and then there's we continue on down. There's some in the wash that goes down to the camp.
There's just 4 up this way.
Yeah.
We can measure these real quick.
Ryan, I couldn't remember, what kind of biologist are you?
Just wildlife.
Wildlife.
In general. Birds and butterflies one day, or, deer, quail, turkey the next. You just never know.
Whatever the state asks you.
Yep.
Favorite.
Oh, you can't ask me that.
I can?
Oh. She said, what's your favorite?
Oh, no. Why?
That's not scientific.
I'm really a deer guy, though.
Well, you're Texan.
Yeah.
Whitetails?
All of them. Whitetails, mule deer. As a matter of fact, I was admiring the shed that was out there on your totes.
At the crossover down where the road goes.
Really?
Canyon. Yeah.
That's a good deer too.
I saw some old weathered whiskey bottles where someone was sitting there hunting them too.
Or those,
Is it?
you got cowboy boots?
Yeah, they sponsor the channel.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
I was like, I normally see you in like the work boots.
Yeah.
You're a real West Texan now.
I know. Thank you to Bombas for sponsoring this episode. I wear Bombas products literally every day. Almost always I'm wearing the socks, and the reason is they don't have any seams and they've got just the right amount of compression, and the fabric is just amazing. It feels just butter smooth. Whether I'm wearing the socks or this merino wool shirt you hear me talk about all the time, everybody always has great things to say about them. It's just comfortable, which is what clothing should be. Bombas has this wonderful program where when you purchase a pair of socks, they donate another pair of socks to someone in need. So when you buy socks from Bombas, you are supporting Dustups, you're getting yourself the best pair of socks you'll ever wear, and you're donating socks to the needy, all by one single purchase. If you would like to help out the channel and do all of those things, go to bombas.com/Dustups. Make sure you use the promotion code Dustups20 to take 20% off of your first order. Again, that's bombas.com/Dustups. Use the promotion code Dustups20 to take 20% off of your first order.
But that's okay.
This was also the first ones too, right? We'll go 19 on this one too. I definitely think you went out, far enough, because essentially, like, this is what I would probably call like the initial floodplain, and so you went out past that. So, yep.
Yeah, we tried to overbuild rather than underbuild.
Right. Yep. I agree. I like it.
Is that magnetic?
No, it's just got a little hook on it. We'll go 13.5 on this one.
Yeah, I like the kind of
pad.
this channel, the all these ideas, all the construction. It looks very, very good.
So now there's 2 more down past the junction we just came up.
Okay.
Let's walk up the hill and then that way.
Drop back over.
You said your hip's bothering you?
No, not yet, because I'm gonna be real particular about how much I use it.
it stays it stays away.
It's manageable. I'm doing
Yes,
all right.
yes, good.
I'm usually wearing Croc flip-flops
Are you serious?
most of the time, but with the distraction of the social aspect of having 9 people here right now, I'm a little too distracted.
You really wear Crocs out here?
No, Croc flip-flops.
Oh my gosh.
It's open, you know, there's not vegetation where you can't see where
You're not kicking stuff, yeah.
There's convex and concave. Like you can either have it be like going with the water flow or kind of have it go against it. And so you want it to kind of pool, right? So if the water is coming from my back, you want it to pool here and then very gently kind of like overflow around. But if you have it like if the curve is towards me, it's going to shoot the water very quickly out around the edges, which will cause more erosion. And it very specifically says in the specs too, it can be straight or it can be the way they're doing it.
Did we get this one already, Arbor?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think we did.
No. Yeah, this is a new one.
It's a new one.
Yeah. The GPS says it is new, so we have not been here yet.
Let's go 20 on this one.
Let me mark it. This is one.
Immature brown-headed cowbird has been associating with me as I go about this activity.
I believe that.
And when he says associating, they're best friends.
Like hang out with
Coming
you,
to hang
huh?
out and take a nap right next to me, and
You
it
can
was
pet
eating
him.
the seeds as I made this BDA.
Really?
This little bird just came to visit me, making the beaver dam, and she's very comfortable and curious. I think she's followed me across the property when I've driven up to work at the terrace a couple of times. I'm looking out for you. I got your back, don't worry. But it doesn't have the brown head, but
It might just be immature.
the
Yeah.
pattern looks like an immature brown-headed cowbird. But I just can't believe how comfortable it is around. Maybe it was dragging all the willow. It thought I was just a big cow. It's like, that's an herbivore of some kind.
That's funny.
You can give it water, it'll come like hang out. Like it won't sit on your lap, but
I would assume the main thing is be around
22.
a big animal so that
22.
The medium-sized predators aren't a threat, or birds.
True.
Yeah.
Well, and like you said, you might be creating some disturbance or adding something to the landscape that it likes too, you know, and
no,
it's
the
like,
first time I saw it, I was standing out here singing at the top of my lungs, and it came down and started eating the seeds out of the pods.
yeah,
So you do
yeah. So,
Well, when no one's
Oh,
around.
you attract birds into your song. I love that.
Was it, Cinderella?
Snow White.
White, Cinderella.
Oh, Cinderella too. Yeah, a lot of
You're a
princesses.
Disney princess.
Disney princess of the far west Texas.
this was yesterday. Or
Well,
2
I was
days ago.
marking. I was removing.
oh yeah.
And so
Nice.
I named the bird Dolores. I thought it must
So I'm a snake, I love
But,
snakes.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. We've been seeing a lot of them
Do
lately.
you know what species that is?
I think that's a Western Diamondback.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, Western Diamondback.
Okay.
So a lot of the ones I've seen here recently are
Really?
pretty
Really
small. But yeah, I think they're kind of starting to get like head back to their wintering spots
Moving
because
through.
I've seen a lot of snakes the past 2-3 weeks. That's why you need to wear the boots instead of the Crocs.
I can see good.
Are you trying to identify it?
Well, come here. I'm looking for a good like thorn. You see how it kind of has like the curved?
Yeah.
Doesn't look like a cat claw.
Oh, this is the acacia.
Yeah.
The cat claw acacia. This one really looks like cat claws.
It's mean.
Oh yeah, it'll get you. Like from afar, it doesn't look like much, and then it'll snag you.
Yeah.
Over and over and over again. There's a reason we use willow and not cat claw.
Yeah.
Dams.
I'm gonna have you hold this one over here since this one extends out a little further. Just- 24.
So I go up the hill and shovel that about half full with dirt,
Slide it down.
drag it down with
That's
the rope.
a pretty good idea. I like that.
Helps the hips.
Oh yeah.
There's a giant hole right here that I dug for this one.
Can I grab the camera for a second?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yep.
Listo.
Probably if we go next to that tree. This one looks very not level now that I'm looking at it in this light.
$18.
We are solid because these were the average 10 footers.
Yeah. So pretty much used up all the footage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the closest one was 10 and a half.
Yeah. Okay. I think the maintenance on after a rainfall event, we'll just see what
Yeah,
see what
how they hold
happens,
up.
and we'll if we need to add more to it or whatever following that. Like I said, it's kind of a trial and error thing right now.
Very much.
So and a lot of it's going to depend on the rainfall event too.
Yeah. Sometimes we get just a little. Actually, we didn't get to the dams where we did have just like the teeniest bit of flow. You could see just little pockets of silt behind the check dams.
But that's exactly what we want to see, is that
Yeah.
silting up back behind it. So,
Exactly.
Yeah. Looks good, man.
Thank you, sir. So,
So did y'all knock that down, or did that?
no, that just happened.
Okay.
Near the desert willow, the canyon.
Yeah. Yeah, that's normally in very, it's where water comes through. It has to be wet.
It's really aromatic.
Oh yeah, I can smell it from here. Do you want to smell it?
Yeah.
We'll normally see these by the drainage canals. You think these are salt cedar?
That could be.
I want to put it
Big-
in my candle.
I feel like the salt cedar isn't aromatic at all. Like, not only
No.
does it not smell like
Yeah.
flat cedar, but it doesn't smell like.
What is this?
Also, it's
Smells
salty,
super good.
and it has. I think it has
Crush it.
more flat leaves.
Yeah, I can smell it.
What do you think it is?
Oh, that's salt cedar. Yeah.
Yeah.
thought
I was
that
like,
had
salt
bigger
cedar.
I think that's salt cedar.
Okay.
That's from the river, right?
Yeah.
No, it's from here.
That's
From the
crazy.
canyon.
From the canyon?
Yeah.
Down in the canyon.
Oh yeah,
I haven't
canyon.
seen it in the canyon yet.
I saw some on
There's
the
a ton
way in that
Is
we
there?
could stop and look at.
Not as much as the desert willow, but
Okay.
there's a ton of it.
Like every one of those that breaks off has the potential to come back as a new.
I've got some desert willow trying to propagate in these buckets, trying to root, and I've done that with willow. Sean told me to do with this. But so far, no leaves. It's been like a week. I mean, sorry, there are leaves growing back on the stalks, but no roots.
Oh yeah.
And changing the water every 2 days.
Is there anything else in the water? Professional wise, I haven't dealt with that really much at all. I have seen that there's like these you can buy these root growth serums that you kind of like dip in a little powder. I don't know if that might be where that's more for personal, messing around my backyard. Don't know if that's if it's just a happy coincidence that it worked, or like placebo effect or what. But
We got desert willow there.
that's the only thing I could really think of.
I got goji berries. Those are up on the terrace. I've got half still in the bucket, and then some of them are planted. We better walk to the terrace arbor because that'll. I'll be able to show you the mulching thing. And that's on the way.
We're gonna take a look at that Sudan grass that you got growing.
Yeah, that one's just pure sorghum. I bought some Sudan grass, but it's I put it in the bathtubs, never gave it any water, so I didn't see a sign of life this year. I think my biggest rain event for the year was 7 inches.
Oh man.
So it's not enough to kickstart it.
No.
And sorry, I haven't had occasion to make handles yet, or you don't feel like you have to climb under it. You don't
Crawl
want
under
to
it.
yet.
limbo champ.
Yeah.
2010.
2010.
Yeah, limbo.
Oh, we're
Sorry.
going over here?
Yeah, I got those handles, Brandon, so hopefully we'll be able to, did I already use it?
No, it's right there. It's hanging.
Okay. And then when we walk, just try to stay on the mulch, because the seeds are in the...
Okay.
Yeah. See where he's going.
But, so you can see, like, we got the prickly pears starting to
Right.
put out new growth.
Yeah, there's some new.
Sorghum everywhere. I just dumped vermiculite on top, hoping to... It's too late to amend all the soil, but I'm hoping it'll get...
Eventually work its way in.
Yeah.
Maybe the rats will eat on those peppers for a while and
Yeah.
leave
deposits.
Yeah.
But the main thing that's growing is either this the Palo Verde
Oh yeah.
or this Suspania.
So did you just scatter seed all down through here, or is it strategically
It's
like?
strategically by every emitter,
Okay.
which is why these two rows are doing really well, and this one's doing so poor is that we had the emitters down when we put the seeds here, but we had to guess where to put the emitters, and we didn't do such a great job guessing.
Gotcha.
Trial and error.
Trial and error, trying to get an agave system going. So
Nice.
we got the goji berries growing next to the agave, and then a volunteer brought mesquite. I said, we'll throw it in there.
If it does.
There's a mimosa.
So how long has the goji berry been there?
About 4 hours.
Oh, I was gonna say because it looks pretty good right now.
No. I mean, it's actually the most I've seen it wilt, so it'll die back a little bit, I'm sure. But when we're at camp where we've got it growing in water, it's like exploding.
Right.
So the guy that gave it to me suggested I throw 80% in there and give it a shot. And we'll
Okay.
hold the other 20 back to get it potted, just as like a reserve.
How long has the agave been in?
About 2 days.
Okay.
So we found a lady in Midland that was like literally, she's got a yard of
Just getting rid of it.
getting rid of it, and a volunteer went and dug all of it up. Those unfortunately killed the roots on those other ones, but most of these are actually pretty good. So I'm hoping that
Nice.
we've got 3 different types of agave, and like if we can build an understory and a canopy and have the agave growing under it.
Some shade and yep.
Exactly.
Heck yeah. Yeah, the Suspenia is looking pretty good.
That is the only those are the only shrubs and trees that are growing is Palo Verde and Suspania. Everything else is like, we got little stuff popping up like licorice, but not too much.
Okay. Hey,
It's something.
it's a start.
This is all, yeah, this is all since the last time I was here.
Yeah, this didn't, like, even this mulch wasn't here.
Yeah. Where's the water's coming from, a tank?
Yeah, we got our tanks up there.
Okay.
And then the mulch is just right here, but it's probably going to be easier just to walk out of the fence and backtrack.
Thank you, sir.
This is all the native mulching that I was talking to Arbor about. So, like, we got the grama and this purple crinkle mat growing. So we just literally, like, cut
it.
here,
Yep.
leave a little hole. The seeds are planted right here. And then, like, you see it's space.
Yep.
You got native seeds.
That's where it's going to be
Yeah.
germinating from.
Exactly. It's just try to build it like a little nest. And that's it.
Nice.
Complete.
I like it.
Great tour. Yeah.
Well, you've done a lot in the few months since I was out here.
Somebody here full time.
Yeah, no kidding, huh? So is he's out here all the time?
He lives in that cabin.
Nice.
Yeah.
I know you had sent Arbor kind of a list of seeds.
I just the native seeds I bought have been from Native American seeds, but that is just like, here's what they told me to plant. It's not
We'll customize a little more site-specific blend, and then if there's something else you want to add on top of that, go for it.
Okay.
So
You know,
like,
yeah, we'll
I
kind
know
of
those aren't
customize
realistic,
it for what you're wanting it to be, and then play with it some.
Cool.
So, yeah.
That wraps up the first part of my obligation of the contract with NRCS. The next batch of 10 dams are not due for completion until the end of 2026. We are comfortably ahead of schedule. The real question is, how do I want to spend the time? I would really like to see the BDAs in action, which inclines me to not do anything until next summer when the monsoon rains are likely to hit. But we also might have some dead time in the winter. We'll have to play that by ear. In the meantime, I am working on solving my biggest problem from 2024, which was the low germination rate of the tree seedlings. We are building a nursery, an enclosure, trying to protect them and give them the absolute best chance to get a head start on 2025. I don't want to do one terrace a year. I really want to find every opportunity I can to increase the pace and get things going. The nursery is going to be a key part of that strategy, and I'm looking forward to sharing that next week with you. In the meantime, I have a bonus episode available for you. It is available for immediate watching. All you have to do is scan the QR code that you see on the screen or click the link in the description. That will give you immediate access to more Dustups content. I visited Ghost Town Living in Cerro Gordo, California with Brent Underwood, where I took a tour of his several hundred acres of native pine forest, native pinyon pine forest, which was pretty devastated from the miners that were actively working there. But I want to give you a tour of that high altitude forest because it's a sky island. It's a very unique habitat in the middle of the Mojave Desert. I think it's super cool. I look forward to sharing that with you. Scan the QR code, go click the link in the description, and I will see you in that bonus episode.